so the next sub-assembly we'll do the sub-assembly of the bearing housing, the flywheel, and the crankshaft, and we'll get that done next. So what we'll do is we'll go to new, different way of doing it, assembly. Okay, got my engine assembly, but I don't want that. So the first thing I need to look for is I want to actually fetch in the bearing housing, the part. So there's my bearing housing. You've got to open that up. Again, see the two, got to drop it in position. Done. So I'm going to fetch the bearing bush in next to put the bush into this part here. So the next part I'm going to fetch in is my brass bearing bush. Open, drop it in place. So again, we're going to go to mates, a concentric mate between the inside of this surface and the outside of this surface. Gone the wrong way around, doesn't matter, I flip it. So this button here will just flip it around for you. And again, I'm going to lock the rotation when I actually drive this in. I don't want it to spin. And then, similar to when we did the cap, pick on that surface there, I'll spin it round if I can. There we go, pick that surface there, and the bush is in. Just go back to isometric, control the 7, pops it back round for me. That's done. Okay. So I'm going to fetch in now, I'm going to fetch in the crankshaft. So I'm going to find my crankshaft, and there's my crankshaft. And I'll drop my crankshaft there. Move it out of the way a little bit, there we go. Okay, so once again, mate. At the moment, I'm going to put it into there, and I'm going to put that there for a concentric mate, and that will fit in there. Now, I'm going to lock it because I want this to rotate. This has to rotate within there. I'm going to drag it back to about there. Okay, I'm not going to fix it, you can see it yet. Zoom out a little bit. Next part I'm going to fetch in will be the flywheel. The flywheel is the large section. There's my flywheel, open my flywheel up and bring my flywheel in. I've got a pattern on the outside of mine, that's just so I can see it rotating. Doesn't matter if you haven't got your pattern on there. Now I'm going to put my flywheel onto my crankshaft. So I'm going to go mate again. I'm going to pick the outside of my flywheel, my crankshaft, the inside of my flywheel. I'm going to spin them around, and that's fine like that. And then what I'm going to do, actually need to lock that rotation, so I'll go back, click on there, lock the rotation of it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this surface here and this surface here, make them coincident. Job done. So I can spin it round, and you can see I've got bare movement and it will rotate. Okay. What I really do need to do is put a grub screw in. Okay. So to put a grub screw in, I'm going to go and find the grub screw from my toolbox. Toolbox. I'm going to use the use ISO bolts. And the grub screw will be won't be a set screw, it'll be a slot head screw. It will be a let's see, it won't be hexagonal crosshead, hexagonal slot. Let's go for a set screw socket. There we go. Okay, set screw socket. Type I want, it doesn't really matter. Comb point would be nice. Drag it in, just going to drop one here like that. It is an M3 that I want, and I want it about 6mm long. Just going to drop that once, only one that I want. I'm going to double check that I picked the right size, go back to evaluate, go to measure. I'm going to click this hole here. It's going to tell me what size thread it is. 7 millimeters in length. That actually looks about right there. I can't see, so I'm going to double check. So I'm going to go to the flywheel. Okay. And I'm going to edit the part. I'll save. this part for now. So I can do this. I'm going to call this my bearing housing assembly. I'll call it 2018 again, so I know which one it is because I've got others on my file. I'm just going to open up this part for me. I'm just going to have a quick look down, and it's M3. Okay, so I know now what it is. So I'm going to go back to my assembly and click on this part. Actually, I want to edit this feature now. Okay, so I'm going to edit this feature, edit this part. Might take a bit of time. It might be just as quick for me to change it. I'll delete that part. Yep. And I'm going to fetch in from my toolbox an M3. So I'll fetch a socket, comb point in, M36. That's what I had anyway. Okay, good boy. Right. So one of those. So what I'm going to do, back to my assembly, mate. I'll mate this with this, flip it so that it's in position, okay, and lock the rotation. I'm just going to drag this out a little bit. Now it's rotating out like that. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and create a mate between the outside of this and the point of this. Okay, and it's a coincidence mate, and I'm going to accept that like that. Okay, so now what I've got is my assembly. I'm going to leave it slightly free floating there, because this is going to lock up and fix into the next part that we come to. So when this is in position, I want to fix this position afterwards. So I'm just going to leave that free floating for now. So I'm going to rebuild it, save it. Okay, save your part, and then we'll move on and look at the post assembly.